Hello, this is Mr. Jones, and I'm going to be talking to you today about solving percent problems using proportions. Let's say I wanted to find 65% of 245. Remember, I can set one ratio up, and that's the percent, by writing it over a denominator of 100. So I could say 65 over 100. And I can set that equal to x over 245. Now remember, a fraction is a part to the whole. So here 245 is the whole, and I'm looking for the part of that whole to make it 65%. So then I can use this situation here and solve for the part of the whole, since I know it is 65%. So I could cross multiply, and I get 100. X is equal to 65 times 245. So 100x is equal to 15,925. Divide both sides by 100, and I get x is equal to 159.25. So 65% of 245 is 159.25. Next, I want to find the percent given the part and the whole. Let's say I want to find what percent of 60 is 52. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to set up my first ratio. Remember, the ratio is part to a whole. So in this case, it's going to be 52 over 60 is equal to the percent over 100. Since I'm looking for the percent, I'm going to go ahead and change that to a variable. I'm going to change it to x. So now I can use my cross products to solve for the percent. So 60 times x is 60x is equal to 52 times 100. So 60x is equal to 5200. Divide both sides by 60, and x is equal to 86.6 repeating. And since it's repeating, I want to round to the nearest tenth of a percent. So it's going to come out to 86.7%. We found part of the whole given a percent, and we've also found the percent given part in the whole. Now let's find the whole given the part in percent. Let's say I want to find 207 is 46% of what? Well, I'm going to set up my ratios in proportion to solve for this. So I'm going to set up 46 over 100 is equal to, now remember, 207 is the part in this case, so 207 over the unknown, so x. Now I'm going to use the cross products. 46 times x is 46x equal to 100 times 207. So 46x is equal to 20,700. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 46. And I'm going to, x is equal to 450. So 207 is 46% of 450. So now let's solve this problem here using percent. In 2000, the number of drive-in movie screens in the United States was about 78% of the number in 1990. About how many drive-in screens were there in 1990? So we were given that in 2000 it was 717. That is just part of what they were in 1990. So I'm going to first set up my first ratio in this proportion using the percent of 78 over 100. And that's going to equal, again, part to a whole. Now remember, the number of screens in 2000 is just part of what they were in 1990. So I'm going to use that up here, part to a whole, 717 over the whole, which is in 1990, which we don't know. That's what I'm looking for. So now I'm going to use my cross products to solve. So 78 times x is 78x is equal to 100 times 717. So 78x is equal to 71700. Now, I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 78. And I come up with x is equal to about 919. Remember, you can't have part of a drive-in screen. So in this case, there were about 919 screens in 1990. Now we've worked problems finding the percent, or finding the part, or finding the whole. Here's a chart that shows you each case or each scenario. Now in class, I will talk more about how do we identify the part or how do we identify the whole. But quickly, you can take a look and see keywords like of and is. The word of usually identifies the whole, and the word is usually identifies the part. So here I have is 6, which would be the part. And here I have of 40, which is the whole. So again, I can use that in other cases. Of 40, that would be the whole. Okay, 6 is, that would be the part. So these keywords can help you identify what is the part and what is the whole, and help you set up those ratios in the proportion. I hope this helps.